For me, I seem like Nair has gotten a better advantage on Javi, but now that he has changed to Roy, I think there's high probability that Javi can go with against Oski.
I agree. Javi might just be the one taking it forward. If I recall correctly as well, Javi lost 2-0 against Alan Dis, and then Cloudy was the one who defeated Nair 2-1. So it will be very interesting to see who does make the run back, who makes it further, and if they, well, whoever plays against Oski, they know they won't have a walk in the park, but they first need to go through this first final. I would consider these two final bosses, to be honest. It's so amazing that they're playing for 7th, but still, Javi is the one who's getting a lot more punish right now.
Yeah, actually, now I think Javi is just struggling with Ridley's range. He's a giant, a massive Herbucks, and Javi is not able to exploit him. And never mind, he just said, "Shut up." All right, 97 against 0, but Nair is a player that does not much on its movement. He depends on the punish game, and you know the range of Ridley is pretty big, and his kill power too. So, and I like to say that Javi, as much speed as can have, it's sometimes he left himself wide open. So Nair can attack him, and it's not a simple attack. It's a hard punish, and he doesn't overextend too much. So that's the reason that why Nair may be struggling, but always come back.
Always getting those confirms as well. Roy with one of the cleanest, most reliable kill confirms in jab to back air. Not quite killing yet. Great DI from Nair as well. It actually hit on the hilt, so it's amazing to me that it didn't kill, but still, Nair survives the blow, and he's still fighting for dear life. But there you go, that's the confirm we're talking about. Second time in a few seconds, and if you see the player cams, you could see that Nair was quite disappointed about it, getting hit by that and losing his stock. You never want to see that happen. You never want to get hit by those, but hey, it is what it is. You have to be super careful about it. And by the way, just so you realize, the entirety of top 8 is going to be best of 5 now. It usually is best of 3, but since we have to fill up the schedule, you're going to enjoy a whole best of 5 top 8.
That's right, Toon. And now Nair is struggling a lot. Looks like Javi has found a weak point between Nair's defense, and now he's exploiting as much as he can. I mean, the red numbers are not a good sign. Okay, there was a good attempt to give him off, but Nair is not able yet to confirm the stock. However, Javi is still on the advantage state, but he's quite patiently on stage. He's just waiting for Nair to commit, and after that he takes down. As I said, look at that. He was expecting him to take a dash attack or some movement that leave him wide open. And in the first side, he didn't wait. He punished him, and he take the first game with a 2 stock.
To be honest, Javi is looking quite dominant right now. I don't usually see Nair losing like this with Ridley, of all characters. Ridley, of course, being a character that has a lot of different ways to steal stocks from his opponent. I hope this second game goes better for him, because, yeah, again, those confirms were looking super solid from Javi. And again, Javi is also the kind of player who just goes, dude, my Roy is so good today, I'm gonna play him, and then he's gonna do good. But it is a lot about how he is currently feeling, so I think he is feeling himself. This is not a bad matchup for Roy either. And there you go, he's starting out with a huge lead once again.
Effectively, Javi, it's a player that once he got an interest, he exploits him the most he can. But Nair, I think its gameplay is Nair's gameplay is a bit safer somehow. But and what's that? I think also that Javi aggressive gameplay with a character that is able to do it. Oh man, as I said, Javi, it's not aggressive, he's a fast player, but he's too odd, and Nair maybe slow, but he has a better punish game. In this case, I like how Javi got an entrance, but Nair's punishes are a bit more effective than Javi's.
Yes, effectivity is a lot more important than you guys think. You might be pressing a lot of buttons, but if they're not doing what they're meant to do, then why are you pressing them? And here, Nair has definitely adapted to Javi's habits and now catches him. Even with a backer all the way up there, Javi lost his stock quite early. That percent was not high at all, but it's all about the positioning once again, and Nair is playing amazing the second game. It might just end up in a 2-stock, which is basically the reverse situation of what happened last game.
Exactly. 44 with 73 on Javi. Oh, the read! Wait, did he actually kill him? Man, I never seen something like that, and Nair is showing us why he's considered also the best Ridley in the world. Man, what a hard punish he got there. And it was mirror that was more interesting of all.
Yes, I believe the percents were kind of close as well, so it was definitely a mirror of the situation. I assume, oh yep, I was about to say these characters are staying, and so are we staying in the same stage. Quite amazing to me. I mean, these two have played so often that it's really no surprise to see them stick to their guns, but you know, the momentum shift happens so quickly that you barely notice it, and then when the game ends, you're like, dude, what on earth just happened? Again, the reverse situation of last game just ended, and we're totally even now, so we're seeing every possible scenario in this set.
Actually, now Nair has a great control on stage. Now he will attempt to give it. Yeah, he just used the fire breath to bait him up, and after that he pat him down. 91 with a 0, and Javi with a not so hard disadvantage, but for most skill power that he has, he's not able to take the stock off from Nair. And as I was saying before, Nair stage control, it's pretty hard on Javi. He's obliterating to retreat to the ledges, and as he does, he's pushing him back. I mean, he's not letting him to put any pressure on stage.
Yep, on stage pressure is super important, especially for a character that are like, well, yeah, both of them, but especially Ridley, I think, has a lot more tools to bring that pressure in, especially with the side B. You never know where you're going to get dragged to the side of the stage and then go off stage, of course. And by the way, look at those stocks counts. Oh lord, that's a
busted.
There's no way Javi was coming back from that one, and Nair keeps on pushing his advantage, also shielding just in time so that the double-edged dance does not get rid of him. This is probably one of the better kill options by now. The backer will do it though from center stage.
Well, for being a big character, Ridley isn't so heavy. So from that distance, I wasn't surprised that he actually takes the stock off. But he must be very careful with how he uses the air dodge. He has used it too many times in a critical position. You know, Roy hasn't got the best recovery, and seeing Javi going too low on stage makes me feel like Nair hasn't punished him well as that. You know, you can go down and with a single touch he's busted, but he prefers to be safe on stage. You know, he rather to keep a control and safety on stage. With Javi has barely seen. I mean, he for the most time has been on air, and Nair has make sure that Javi do not recover any ground.
And that's the last ground he's going to touch. Another dash attack, and it's going to complete the third game, actually. Nair's second victory in this set. Reminder that these two are playing to move on in top 8. Whoever wins is gonna play against Oski, who is waiting for them too. And the next set we're going to see after this is going to most likely be Aqua against Swain, Kazuya Mishima against Roy. Once again, so I hope you guys are not tired of seeing Roy. Swain has the Palutena counterpick too, but I don't know, most likely Roy. That's how we know him as. And there you go, that's the Joker again. So 2 Jokers in top 8, quite a rare sight lately. We don't usually see Joker being represented that much anymore, but here you go, Javi and Cloudy both playing him today.
Okay, here we go. A character that sacrifices a bit of range, but its combo game it's more effective. But I don't think like Javi has changed too much its playstyle. He's still going too much on the ledge, while Nair keeps the center for him. Now, much as Javi tried to gain a bit of stage control, seems like Nair is just gaining a bit of rage. But however, once he attempts to return, Nair is able to recover a bit. Now that Arsene has gone out, things will change a bit. You know, now he has the kill. Now Javi has the kill power, and Nair is playing but more patiently than he usually does. You know, he's walking now. And Javi, he's just like making Javi waste time on Arsene's charge.
Oh, but Javi finds a way in, and oddly enough, he gets the kill with the regular backer. That was Vanilla Joker getting that last hit, not Arsene. So props to Nair for finding a way to get rid of Arsene, but still, he can't commit that much. That's the problem here. Whenever Javi does have Arsene out, he's not even trying to go in. He's just waiting for Nair to eventually put himself in the corner, and then he can go in, then he can approach and put on whatever pressure he wants, be it with Arsene or without him. So yes, that's the game plan here. That's why Javi has switched to Joker, and of course, if he catches Nair a little too trigger happy, he can just pull out the Rebel's Guard, and there you go, that's Arsene. But here we go, first stock for Nair. He is not out of this yet.
Actually, 80 against 0%. Now Javi is using its playstyle to his own benefit. Now he's going around and around, surrounding Nair, and for as much as he won, I feel like a desperate Nair that for much he tried to punish, the agility of Joker just prevents him to get any damage. And now that things has gotten equal for both of them, here's the first one who gets the hit. I'm pretty sure that we'll take the stock. But alright, here we go, a situation where both were in danger, but Javi recovers faster than Nair's doing.
Yeah, the recovery times are super important as well. Javi can get super comfortable and commit like this, he just did. It's super hard to punish Nair's, well, Ridley sub B, and yet Javi is confident enough to go off stage, try to challenge it. He usually goes back to it. He doesn't want to lose stage control, and a trade here would probably mean his stock would be gone, but it's worth it going for this because you're forcing Nair to rethink his recovery trajectory and of course switch speeds, and there we go. That's another confirmed for the stock to be gone. Javi is just one stock away from taking this game number 4, the first one with Joker as well.
Well, that was a pretty good counter pick, but as I said, Javi is not considering that surrounding Nair can lead into a hard punish, and now the difference between Joker and Roy, it's the weight. Joker is far more light than Roy, and its surveillance it's pretty less than we imagined. To now on, he has Arsene, and also his characteristics change a lot. He rather to, as I said, sacrifice some important that he may get with Roy, but now it's you know, if we're not taking risk, we can't gain any reward.
Yep, by this point you really have to commit, and there we go, that's the end of game number 4 with Arsene this time. Finally, Javi making use of Arsene properly. I like how he is not fishing for the seam option all the time. He is waiting for Nair to commit, and then he chooses his option to get that stock taken off. And we're going to game 5. You know, quite a difference from the last 2 sets where we saw 3-0s all around. Serge defeating 3-0, well, Oski 3-0, and then Alan Dis defeating Cloudy 3-0. So it's a bit of a change of pace, which I appreciate. I always like to see some more Smash, especially in Mexico City.
Whoa, speaking about Mexico City, it's feel like I'm seeing MK Leo and Big Boss playing against. I don't know if it is a great card pick, but I remember seeing this a lot when, as I said, MK Leo Joker days were out, and I think now Rob is Nair's counter pick. You know, I feel like it was like a strategy, not only in games. It is about out of the game too, because now that Nair has the last counter pick, I'm feeling like he can actually take this game, because Rob itself, it's a tool full of gimmicks that make anyone to feel like, ah man, he just mugged me. But however, I see Javi more confident about what he's doing. However, Nair is also taking. Here we go. Takes it. I feel like I'm really more confident in Javi, but as I always said, Nair's punish game is maybe I'm exaggerating, but it's a lot better.
Well, that was also a ledge regrab, so it was going to end up in a spike, like it or not, and Javi here has to be a lot more calculated in the way he recovers. He can stall all he wants, but eventually he's got to run out of options. Nair is going to be super aware of those, so you can't recover that easily against a character like this. And like you said, Rob is a Swiss Army knife, basically, with how much utility he has. And of course, the gyro helps you set up a bunch of traps. The laser helps you make your opponent do double jump or go into shield or whatever. It's a constant pressure that you're applying even when you're not throwing out moves necessarily. And here we go, the downer looking for another spike. It misses, but there's the constant message of, hey, I am ready for this spike whenever you come to the ledge.
Wow, I don't know. Now I see what Nair has got his name, because he hasn't landed in a while. 50 against 152. But I see Rob is a lot heavier than Ridley's. So the survive on the stage is way better now. And Joker, he hasn't got any kill throws, at least on higher percentage than 200. However, now, man, I don't see any strategy clear, but the dominance of Nair has gotten Javi off, and now has a great advantage against Javi. But Botun, the counter pick was right. As I said, this was not only in-game strategy, he also knows how to play bracket itself.
And I love how Nair has focused on pushing Javi as far as he can whenever Javi overcommits. It's not super common to see Javi overextend in his approaches, but that's just what's been happening against Nair. There's a reason why that last forward are connected. There's a reason why Javi did not recover that last time. And even though he did get this first stock off Nair, well, look at the percents. We're pretty much even once more. And of course, Nair, with constant stage control switching, I don't see him losing anytime soon, to be very honest. Look at this. He gets a grab, he gets the chains. Now there's her sending the table, though. This might be a turn of events, but no! Nair with the perfect protection. And like we saw earlier, Nair could go and stall on the top blast zone if he wanted to, because Rob has infinite gas.
Actually, man, now Javi has no Arsene, and now that he's at a higher percentage, I feel like somehow I feel like Nair's gonna gimmick him. You know, he's gonna bury it down, and you know what happened next. 99 with a 68. Alright, there's a good attempt from Javi to get Nair stuck, but it's not enough. The damage is not enough yet, and Javi is almost on his last breath of his stance on this tourney. You know, it's gotten harder for him every time, and now he's gotten so many times off stage. You know, you can't go off stage with a character with a poor edge trap like that. And here we go. There we go, the mistake, and Nair defeats Javi 3-2.
With the Rob counter pick as well, Nair has lately brought a bunch of new characters into his arsenal. Not that he needed any, he already played a lot, but now he also has Rob, he has Crom, and the options are just growing and growing, and this